On the guest line now, Central District Transportation Commissioner Willie Simmons. Willie, thanks for taking the time to join us, and you got a couple of extra bucks in your pocket coming, don't you?
Dave, we certainly do, and let me thank you for having us on this morning. It's always a pleasure to come and be on the JT Show, so thank you for allowing us to be here.
Oh, most definitely, and especially when we've got good news like this. We want to get this out.
Well, you know, we were very fortunate and blessed to be able to get the infra grant. That's the infrastructure for rebuilding America, and it came from the U.S. Department of Transportation. We submitted an application back in March to try and complete the 82 bypass at Greenville and Leland. As you well know, 82 is our corridor that runs east and west from the Alabama to the Mississippi River, and it has a lot of traffic on it. And we were very concerned about the safety when you get to Greenville, the fact that you had all kinds of vehicles going through it and many trucks that are hauling chemicals and other explosive kinds of items that would be detrimental to a residential and business sector of the Greenville community. So from a safety point of view, we wanted to address it, but also economically. It's important because it's going to create a lot of opportunities in this opportunity zone that we have in the Delta, and a place where we have a port, the Mississippi River, a lot of good opportunities for businesses to come, and they have been looking for us. So we're very fortunate, again, to be able to get that for those kinds of reasons. And it's going to create jobs in building it. It's going to create jobs after it's completed. So economically, the Mississippi Delta, Washington County, Greenville area is going to do well from that. This project has been in the works for over 20 years, and that 20 years we built the bridge across Highway 1. We bought the right-of-way up. So it's what you truly call a shovel-ready project. And, again, we submitted our application, but we had great support. I'm going to call it heavy artillery. Because when we submitted our application requesting the monies for this project, we reached out to Senator Wicker, Senator Hyde-Smith, Congressman Thompson, many of our former leaders here in the state of Mississippi, such as former Governor Barber and Phil Bryant, current Governor Tate Reed, all of those kind of individuals we reached out to and say we need this project in the Delta, and they're always on board to be supportive of it. So a lot of good support from our governor and former governors and our U.S. senators and congressmen, and USDOT did the right thing. They gave us the $74.46 million. Total cost of the project probably going to come somewhere between 130 and 140 million. So we have to pool monies from the state and other areas to complete it. But we're on our way because of the $74 million that we received. And in addition to that support that I mentioned, locally in the Delta area, the mayors, Greenville, Leland, Delta Council, Board of Supervisors, and all of the leadership in the Mississippi Delta came out very strong and gave us letters of support. So at the end of the day, we had a very good package. And I can't say how much I appreciate our staff at the Department of Transportation for putting together a great application, and we made it work.
Let me ask you this. You've got this $70-some-odd million that is coming from the federal government now, and it is going to take more than that to complete it, but is that enough to go ahead and get started on the project now while you continue to bring the funding in, or are you going to have to wait until you have all the money at hand?
Because this is such a shovel-ready project, and the fact that we have built the bridge, as I indicated, across one, we have the right-of-way. So there are things that we're going to be able to do. It's going to take another 30 to 60 days for the USDOT to finish the process of getting the package complete and getting the money down to us. But we anticipate upon getting the money to start moving and on that project, because, again, it is such a need for project for the safety aspect of it, as well as moving that heavy corridor, those heavy equipment trucks out of the city limits and moving around the city of Greenville, which is going to expedite travel and movement time and create more safety. So, but yes, we plan to move forward and take take advantage of the dollars that we get from the federal government and put our heads together to come up with the other money to go and complete the project.
So in another 3, 4, 5 months, you're expecting to get started. If everything falls perfectly and the rest of the funding comes in and there's no hiccup and you get more money before you run out of this money and you just work straight through, about how long is it projected for this to take to be completed once work begins?
Let me put a pin on that question for you and get back with you to give you the answer. Let me talk to our engineers about that to make sure I'm giving you the correct information. We know building highways takes a minute. It doesn't happen overnight. And rather than my giving you a guess answer on that, let me get with the engineers and I will follow with you on that answer.
Well, and like you said, it takes a minute, so this is not something we're going to see come to a conclusion in 2020, maybe not even in 2021, but yeah, we'll wait to get the official word from you on that. And everything you're talking about here, and this bypass basically is taking 82 and just routing it around the city of Greenville, right?
When you come across 82 at Leland, we will yield to the south and go around Greenville. If you're familiar with Highway 1, the institutional higher London facility down on Highway 1, we'll be just south of that facility where we cross. If you travel Highway 1 now, you will see the bridge up and you will see the land in the direction in which it is going. We've acquired those properties. And then as you move westward, you will see work that we have already done. So, again, shovel-ready at its best, and a project that we can get to and hopefully get out of soon. But I'm not giving you a soon date on that. But that's one that I think we can move with rapid speed.
Well, let me ask you this. Any other projects in your district right now that maybe you've got another application in or other things that are happening in the Central District?
There are several applications as in for what we call our BILL projects. BILL is a grant that we get from the federal government. Hinds County has 2 in. One that they're looking at trying to complete the Clinton-Byron corridor. We have another one that has been put in. I'm saying we, but the county, because the counties and the municipalities who do those BILL grants, and we support them and provide additional funds to those projects where we can as necessary. The Meghaven Drive, which is a bad street. If you've driven it, you meet folks going in the opposite direction in the wrong lane because they're trying to dodge potholes. That's not a highway, a state highway, but the city of Jackson is putting in for a BILL grant to try and get some money to help with that project. In addition to that, up in Madison County, we have a big project, BILL project in place. So just in those areas, in Madison County and Hinds County, we have 3 BILL grant applications that's in Washington, D.C. now, and hopefully we'll be successful in getting those funded, if not this year, next year, because USDOT has been very good to the state of Mississippi. As you well know, about 50 to 55% of our budget comes from the federal government, and we put in the other 45% from our collection at the fuel pump and other small fees that come in. So USDOT has been very good. They've given us some good Tiger Grant money that has been put into various places. One in recent years before I came in was put in down in Cleveland-Jefferson County. Those Tiger Grants are very good projects. And I think the city of Vicksburg over there is trying to get one also. So Tiger Grants, BILL grants, we are always applying for and trying to bring more money into the state. We hope that the Congress will pass eventually a big infrastructure bill and send us more money. But we are very pleased to let you know that in the district, we just completed additional northbound lane that we put in on I-55 between 20 and the National Trace. That's going to relieve the traffic jam that you see, congestion that you see in that area, and it's going to help move the traffic in a much safer manner. That area is growing from a business point of view, as you can see when you travel. So we needed to do that. In addition to that, we did some overlaying and milling from County Line Road all the way up to the Renaissance Road. And so that Highway 55 and those interchange in much better condition than they were a few weeks ago. Thanks to, again, the staff for being able to get the contracts out and get that done.
Well, Commissioner, we appreciate your time today. Commissioner Willie Simmons, Central District Transportation Commissioner, and just keep filling in the potholes at this point. We'll be happy with that, man.
We're going to continue to do it. Thank you all for everything, and I look forward to coming back and being with you in the studio someday.
Most definitely. Anytime, my friend. You're always welcome back.